Top Nancy Pelosi aide privately tells insurance executives not to worry about Democrats pushing Medicare for all. This is by Ryan Grimm. I love Ryan Grimm. I worked with him a few times when I was at the Intex. I think he's great. Yeah, Kamala Harris. This kind of goes to what Jordan was talking about with Kamala Harris, how the next day she was like, oh, she kind of just flipped the script and said, oh, no, we don't have to eliminate. If having Medicare for all means eliminate, people being able to privately pick their doctors, initially she was like, yeah, well, it needs to be eradicated because it's not working. Next day she flips the script. No, we'll work it out. We don't have to eradicate it. If it calls for letting it go after everyone got at it. So this kind of goes to that point. Less than a month after Democrats, many of them running on Medicare for all, won control of the House of Representatives in November, the top health policy aides to then prospective House Speaker Nancy Pelosi met with the Blue Cross Shield executives and assured them that the party leadership had strong reservations about the single-payer health care and was more focused on lowering drug prices, according to sources familiar with the meeting. Pelosi advisor Wendell Primus detailed 5 objections to Medicare for all and said that the Democrats would be allies to insurance industry in the fight against single-payer health care. Wow. Primus pitched to ensure on supporting Democrats on efforts to shrink drug prices, specifically by backing a number of measures that pharmaceutical lobby is opposing. Primus, in a side presentation obtained by The Intercept, criticized single payer on the basis of cost, opposition, and implementation challenges. We have recreated the side of sources protection purposes. Democrats, Primus said, are united around the concept of universal coverage, but see strengthening the Affordable Care Act as the means to the end. He made a presentation to the Blue Cross executives on December 4th. We don't discuss private meetings. If there was such a meeting, said a BCBS spokesman. Primus said that he did not discuss any kind of deal with the insurers. Henry Connolly, a spokesman for Pelosi, said that the assessment of single payer was not related to any deal making with the industry. We're not going to barter lower prescription drug costs for inaction in the rest of the healthcare industry. The presentation was a broad look at healthcare environment and some of the House Democrats' legislative priorities over the next 2 years in a period of the GOP control of the Senate and the White House. So as we see, Democrats doing what Democrats do. This goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Having a public perception and a private perception of our persona, a public persona and a private persona. In public, they're for Medicare. They're for Medicare for all. You don't really hear people talking about single payer, but they're for Medicare for all. And now they're saying, no, we don't want it. We just want to make the ACA better, which it was something that they were talking about 2 years ago when Trump was trying to get rid of ACA. It was like, no, why don't we make it better? And now you can see this is what they were talking about, reassuring the insurance industry that we're not going for it. And you're going to see it. This is all true. This is all something that you will see happen. You will see Democrats backing down on Medicare for all. Out of all the people that is for Medicare for all right now, the people in the running, I think it's 6 out of 7, or 7 out of 7 are all for Medicare for all right now. And you'll see the dichotomy once everything starts to roll out.